I laughed so hard. So, last story of the night. So my story takes place in the first grade, and it revolves around someone whose name is Cody. And so, Cody was my frenemy in the first grade. And, I went to a regular school. It was like a public school, grew up outside of Chicago. Cody was just a regular kid, small, dark hair. I think he was Jewish. And so he was my frenemy at that time, and we actually had history, even though it was first grade. Go back. So I had known Cody since preschool, and in preschool we were actually best friends. This kid and I, we would make forts at each other's houses and hide from our parents and hold hands. And so actually we were more than friends. I know, secrets. I was totally in love with Cody. He was the first love of my life, and it was great because I was sure that Cody was in love with me too. And we would talk to our parents about this, and everybody knew, and when we went into kindergarten, I was like, this is perfect. We've got our whole lives ahead of us. This is going to be beautiful. So we get into kindergarten, and it's the first day of school, and I'm walking to school with my siblings, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be so cool because I already have a friend at this new school. And Cody and I are in separate classes, but it's okay because we both have the AM schedule. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to see you in the morning, I'm going to see you in the afternoon, we got plenty of time. And I'm walking past his class, and where they line up, we line up in two separate spots. I'm walking past his class with my siblings, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, Cody, hey, it's me. And Cody is just really cold. He's not paying attention. He's looking the other way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, hey, it's me, I'm your best friend, hey. And I was like, he must be mad at me, something's wrong. Well, over time, this keeps happening every day. I'm that crazy girl who's running up to this kid, being like, oh my gosh, hi. And this kid has no interest in me. He's throwing rocks at me and all this shit. And I start to realize okay, we're not friends. In fact, I hate you. I hate you. And it was that point in little kid life where you start to hate, boys, girls, whatever. You hate each other. So kindergarten goes by, and I'm like, okay, we're not friends anymore. I have an enemy. First grade comes along, and Cody and I are in the same class. And I'm like, all right, here we go. I finally have my chance. The one thing that I really want in my life is to just completely ruin his life. The way that he had ruined mine. Broken my heart. So I'm like, we're in the same class. What is going to be hell for you? So every chance that I had, I would just make fun of him. I would tell the other kids, I'd be like, hey, Cody likes Barney, right? He's a freaking loser. Barney's a little kid show. We'd have those writing exercises. We have to copy the letters. So we would do that, and I'd be sitting next to Cody. I'd finish my letters and be like, oh, that's so beautiful. I'd look at his paper and be like, oh my god, your handwriting sucks. You're an idiot. You're so slow. Terrible at this game. Recess was my favorite time to ruin Cody's life. Because recess is supposed to be fun. You're out there with your friends, playing, being a kid. And I was like, oh, Cody, you don't get to be a kid. You know what you are doing all of recess? You are running away from me. This is my turf, I'm gonna chase you, and you're gonna run. And so, me and my best friend, Daiga, every freaking day, we would chase this kid around. And it must have fucking sucked for him, and that was the whole point. And so, one day, we're chasing him around the playground, doing our thing, and Cody decides, he's gonna go across the monkey bars. And I'm like, that's cool, fool, I'm gonna take the ground. So I take the ground, he takes the monkey bars, and I'm like, I caught you! Here I am, right below you. And it was one of those rare times where I actually caught him. And so I was like, what do I do? Here I am, right? I'm like, I got you. And I'm like, yoink. And I pull his pants down. And I think it was probably a mixture of all those feelings and the love and the hate all together. And I pull his pants down. And Cody just kind of falls to the ground, and he's really embarrassed. And I'm looking around, and kids are looking around. People start to notice. All these kids are gathering together, starting to circle around him, and Cody is just starting to freak out. He is in hysterics. He is crying. all the kids are laughing, and I'm like, just kind of in the back of the group, like, oh shit, not looking good. And Cody's in first grade, he doesn't have like the wherewithal to realize, just pull your pants up and like, you'll be okay. No. And I start to realize they're going, Barney, Barney. They're pointing at his underpants, and he's wearing Barney underpants. And that's like the worst thing you can do in the first grade. And I'm like, this guy's got no game, like this is terrible. And so finally like a teacher sweeps him up, and like he goes away and it's fine, and like I get in huge trouble, whatever. And the rest of the first grade goes by, and like I think I made less fun of him, I don't really remember. And so second grade comes along, and it's that day where they post the lists that shows like what class you're in. And so I go to the school, I check the list, I'm like, okay, I've got this teacher, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, ooh, what teacher does Cody have? And I'm like looking around on the list, and he's not on there. I'm like, well, maybe they made a mistake, like let me check the other lists. I finally find his name, and he's on the first grade list. Oh. And that's when I realized I ruined Cody's life in second grade terms. That's how Desire. Y'all are freaking out. It's really funny. Don't worry. I like Googled him before I came here. He's fine now. He's like a normal person. But that's my story about how far passion can take you.